Hi, we're Gurl.
I am not sexy, I'm hasty, don't text me. Another sandwich, get hates, cause you vex me. All my exes face down, buried 10 feet. Blue lips, left cold, just see if it affects.
Do you guys feel where things are tracking? Because you seem to have grown exponentially since 2022. It's been a massive upward curve. Do you guys feel on track, ahead of the curve of where you expect it to be, or behind the curve?
Well, I think we're on track, but we're always catching up because like there's just so much.
Yeah, and you're watching social media, and it's just like this person's got this gig, and you didn't get it, and you're like fuck, and then like someone else will come up, but you'll get it, and someone else will get it, and it's like.
I think we are on a good track, but we're always hungry for more. So we always feel like we're behind where we want to be. You know what I mean?
In which case, what would represent success to Gurl?
Quitting the day job, right?
I think a general consensus is we understand that the music industry isn't what it was in like the 70s, right? Where they see a good band and like, right,
I want to make you a star.
We're gonna make you a star, and it's a world tour, and you're a millionaire, and you live in a mansion, and you know all that kind of stuff. We're very aware that now, like even if you are successful, you still have some kind of like income, side hustle.
Yeah.
All right, well, whether that's teaching drums or I know a clothing brand or something. So
Seems to be the new way, doesn't it?
Yeah. So success for us would be to be able to be in a position where we can travel the world with the band, come home and work part time, I guess, and be able to do something that we're also passionate about, but like still have steady income, but also be able to split our time and have like a work-life balance where we're not just pummeling ourselves into the ground and trying to like earn money so we can buy guitar picks or like new bass drums and stuff like that.
And it's like there are levels of success. So when you first start out, it's like, okay, well, I want a record deal. It's like, okay, well, we've got a record deal. It's like, okay, well, I want to sell out a headline show. We sell out our headline shows, and it's like, okay, well, I want people to know the words and to come to shows wearing our stuff, and that happens.
That sounds like a more realistic approach to it. Like say, Jay, it's not this thing of becoming a star. It is this thing of basically these little goals that you can just tick off as you go through, and by the end of ticking off a certain section, you're naturally going to be at a certain level anyway.
We have to remind ourselves that there are bands that we're friends with that would kill to be in the position that we're in, you know, which is very humbling. But also we would kill to be the next level, and I'm sure they would kill to be the next level.
Yeah, we'd obviously kill to be like.
We'd kill to bring the horizon.
The dream would be for like stadium arena tours. So I mean, obviously that's the dream. But like just to be able to like do what we do and like enjoy life and see the world and get paid for it and spend time with each other and
reach
I
people.
think that's the kind of that's the
like,
dream.
you know, like reach people with the music we make in the same way that the music that we all grew up liking and like now that touches us. You know, to be able to do that with the music we do, which you know is starting to happen more and more.
Talking of that
amazing
thing. So, but before we dive into the music itself, as we've got you here, because you do flirt with so many different genres, it's a real mishmash in terms of what you pull together. How would Gurl describe Gurl to someone who's not heard you before?
I would say pop metal.
That's fair.
Like as like the quickest answer, I would say pop metal.
The PR people say it's Bring Me the Horizon meets Billie Eilish.
Is that something you agree with? Because PR and what PR's view is and what your own view is.
I feel like we're probably more Ash Nico than Billie Eilish.
Yeah. And like Sleep Token meets Katy Perry. That's fair.
If you say Taylor Swift in the next sentence, I will.
I love Taylor Swift.
I think it's there. You've got these pop elements that suddenly drop into the heaviest riffs that you could possibly imagine. So I
think that's what's great about AC/DC. You know, it's like AC/DC are absolutely a toe tapping, barbecue, beer in hand rock
accessible.
band. But it's definitely rock. But like. You shook me all night long. That's a pop song.
Yeah.
That's such a pop song.
I think going back to what you said as well, something that I have noticed with you guys, and again, it's one of those differentials that kind of sets you apart. is something that you said straight away, Josh, was about the branding. And something I've noticed about Gurl full stop is the quality is just seems to be on a different level. You've got the videos are of high quality. Listening to you guys, the first time I heard you, I think I might have told you this before, you just came up on Spotify, Shuffle. I had no idea who you were. I just assumed you were already an established international band.
Yeah.
And it was only when I saw you on the poster for Kite Thief a couple of months later that I even knew you were from Bristol.
Oh,
So
That was
again,
the first gig I did, right? The Kite Thief one.
Rough Trade, it might have been?
Crofters?
Crofters, yeah,
yeah.
Crofters. Yeah, and so
That's mad.
for me, it was that kind of, I'd already pegged you as this high quality, high recording sound, got the video, the brand is strong, the content you put out on social media is very polished, it's very of a band that are established and have been doing this for a long time. Was that always something that you saw, like if we're going to put something out, we don't just want to get content out for the sake of it. We don't want to just record and get record. It needs to be, and if it's not that level, we'll cut it.
Yeah.
It's
No,
gone.
everything has to be world class. Everything. You don't compare yourself to the band that also sells out the venue you sell out. You compare yourself to Bring Me the Horizon. You compare yourself to Katy Perry. You compare yourself to Sleep Token or whomever. So we spend more money than anybody else I know. Our shoots are longer than anybody else I know. Like we lose so much time, effort, money, sleep, health. We go harder than anybody else I know because that's what it takes.
Yeah.
And when we're more established and I don't know when there's more money just thrown at us, then it does mean that we can. The 17-hour shoot we would do in one day, maybe that would take like 2 or 3 days now.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
The showcase that you're providing yourselves to these major people, to the industry, is something that is just so cut above everything else that I'm seeing in and around the local scene.
I'm so glad it comes across.
It does
way.
come across.
Because we put so much effort
I think
into
it's
it.
because we all care so much, and we've all got our own little things that we kind of put into it. Like Johnny is production master extraordinaire. Like all the tech stuff, all the things I could never understand in my wildest dreams. Johnny's your guy. Like most incredible brain guitarist you could ever find. And then like Josh does majority of the lyrics, all of the lyrics, all of the songwriting, melody, all of this like oversight of like emails and we've got management, but like the glue, right?
Yeah.
Tommy's TikTok warrior, and he's like content man. He's just on it
TikTok warrior.
constantly. Doesn't matter what you're doing, you eat a packet of chicken, and he's got a camera in your face.
It's
At
essential.
3 at like 3 a.m. and they're like, Tom, not today. They're like, it's content.
The eating's the best, man.
Yeah.
I love it.
And then
It's the thing is because people that nowadays the way the world is, people are just craving that content.
It's
That
constant,
you can't be a band that posts once every couple of weeks if you want to. Otherwise, you're going to get lost in the shuffle.
Exactly. And then like do all the graphics and
Styling.
styling and production stuff. So like music videos and like the logo I made out of lipstick. Because we're like, we need a new logo. I was like, that's pretty on brand, isn't it? And I was like, we'll do that.
The new logo as
It
well.
looks like Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
like-
Unintentional.
The new logo is.
Thank you.
That's good. So if your viewers aren't aware of Damien Keys, check out Damien Keys. He's like a music guru, and he says like, if you're the kind of band that meets up once a week, it ain't gonna happen. Meet up twice a week at least. Which I think that's a good mantra. And that's a good bare minimum because you force yourself to do something. We'll meet up like 4 or 5 times a week, and that's not. And we love each other's company, and we want to because this is the dream. But it's not because we want to; it's because we have to.
Day 3 for us this week.
Day 3 in a row.
It's like we'll play a show, shoot a music video, do an interview, edit the music video, play a show. You know?
Same.
Yeah,
I mean,
we had a meeting before we came here. We got a meeting tomorrow. There's a meeting on Friday. And every day the group chat is...
And yeah, and then you say like, I'm just gonna go lock myself in a shed with no Wi-Fi for 2 days. I'll see you Monday.
Well, yeah.
And then we can just do it again.
in terms of the music itself, then, so we've obviously had the one EP with Ouija. We've got the sophomore EP coming out, still scheduled for the end of May.
Yes.
Yeah, why not?
Anything you could tell us about that at the moment?
It's the 3 songs you've heard so far, plus 2 more.
Plus 2 more.
Yeah, it's, the next song is it's big and brash and kind of.
It's a fan favourite.
It's a
It's
fan
an old
favourite.
it's an old song revamped. We kind of brought it back for 2022, and everyone was very happy.
That blend of pop and metal, is that going to be consistent through this EP
and it's only getting
More
refined. Like we're already working on stuff to be released going into next year, like the next record.
And even the content lyrically, Josh, so obviously pointing at yourself, but there's a lot of it that leans into kind of fashion and money and decadence and narcissism and things. Is there any particular reason you've sort of honed in on those characteristics, or honed in?
Why
do you talk about narcissism?
You seem like such a bastard. Why is that? Yeah, I don't know.
I think, sorry to jump in.
Please tell me what my lyrics are about.
But it's always been, Gurl has always been self-aware, right? In an industry that is often very contrived and created. Like, that's the reason for the umlauts above the U, right? It's kind of like,
it's cool.
It's like, oh yeah, because there's often a lot of, in the creative world, whether that's bands or just anything these days.
Date-wise, busy summer coming up. You've obviously got you're kicking into some major dates coming up, I believe.
Yeah. So we've got UK tour that's on it. We're coming into that now. Germany tour. And there's a couple of festivals over the summer, but mainly we're writing because in Q4 we're doing another UK tour and another European tour. So the summer is the only time we have to write, and we've got to deliver this next record.
There'll be a few festivals. We're also playing with Peng Shui in Cambridge, one of my favourite bands.
Great
so
band.
Stoked.
That will be sweaty. And if we're looking into the distant future, the last question on this one is Gurl Fest 2025. Sounds kind of creepy as well, actually. Maybe work on the name. But you guys booking your own festival, you can book 3 bands to headline. Who are you going to go with?
I'm going to bring me. And that's kind of a non-negotiable.
Okay, can we bring me the Horizon and Taylor Swift? But it's like, who's going to come to that?
No Taylor Swift.
Yeah, veto Taylor Swift.
You will not veto Taylor Swift.
Yes, we will.
Thank you very much.
3v1.
She's gone.
But if next year Taylor Swift sees this and goes, do you know what, I fancy those guys to support.
She would never.
Please leave out all that stuff. Taylor, I love you, and I would support you in a fucking heartbeat.
Cool, guys, fantastic. Look, I know you've got a crazy schedule and a crazy busy couple of weeks coming up. I'm sure the tour's going to go down an absolute storm. And hopefully we will catch you again in Bristol in the near future. Cheers, guys.
Thank you so much.